In this section, you're going to learn how to log into the website. Once you log in, you're going to be able to add pages. You'll be able to edit right on the page and things like that. So to do anything administratively, you will need to log into the website. To do that, you'll either go up to the login that's going to be up in the top right-hand corner, or on a couple of the templates, it's actually in the bottom right-hand corner. But if you click on login, it's going to present you the login box, and you're just going to type in your username and your password. You have the login button, and that will actually take you to the login screen. You'll actually know when you're logged in. There'll be a black bar that appears across the top of the page with the DNN logo, with the admin sections and the host and all the tools that you'll actually need to edit on this page. In this session, we're going to add a logo to our Bpaa Web Services template. To do that, you will go click on Admin. You will go to Site Settings. You'll click on Site Settings and you will go to the Basic tab. You'll scroll down to the Appearance section. You're going to change your folder to Images. You have the You'll scroll down till you get your image that you want to put in and click Open. The image will appear to your right. You'll scroll down to the bottom and hit Update. And your logo will be added to your template. If you need to change the email settings for your website, let's say you're using another provider for your email, and you want your autoresponders coming from that email address, what you would do is you're going to go up to the hosts. You're going to go host settings, and then it'll bring it into your host settings section here. If you click on the advanced settings section, you're going to go down to the SMTP server settings. And if you're with the Bpaa Web Services, it's going to be mail.bpaamail.com. If you're with somebody else, you're going to have to get that SMTP information from them. Also down here where it says SMTP username, inside of the Bpaa Web Services, you're going to use mail at whatever your domain is, and then your address or your password. You'll click on the SMTP settings, and what this is going to do is it's going to go out and test to make sure that these settings are correct. And at the very top, it's going to say email sent successfully. If it says that, everything's good. If it comes up with a red box, it means you're going to have to go in and change your settings and make sure that everything is good. Once you have the settings, you'll click the update button. It'll update those to you, and you'll be returned back to the host. What we're going to do in this section is set up new pages and show you how to edit pages that are new and existing pages. So for this exercise, what we're going to do is we're going to go add a page. To do that, you're going to go up to the admin. You're going to go to page management. You'll click on page management, and what you're displayed with is a menu along the left hand side of all the pages that you have. When you notice, you'll see some plus signs next to some of them, and what that is the child of the parents there. So when you click over here, you'll see some drop downs, and that's what these are. So you can have child of a child as well. So when you come in here, it'll be a 3-level tier. If you click on an actual page, like coupon section here, what's going to happen is over on the right hand side, all of the information about that page is displayed. So you'll have your page name, you can make the page title, what do you want to include it in the menu. If you put the check mark in the include in menu, what it's going to do is it's going to put it up in the top menu. If you take that out, it's actually going to just take that out. If you hit the disabled button, what's going to happen is when somebody clicks on coupons, it won't actually click on the page. It'll actually put the drop down. And then you can actually come down and set the permissions for that page. So if you want everybody to be able to see this page, you'll need to put the check mark in all users. If you want to make it a members only page of some sort, you can put registered users, and then that customer would have to go up to the top and register. And then down here in the module section, this is going to show you all the modules that are on this page. So right now this page actually has address pane, social, the slider, and a couple of other ones. You're also going to do all of your SEO right here. So your sitemap priority, where you want this to be, and we'll get into that in a different webinar. But you can put your page description here, and basically this is just a coupon page. This is where you're going to put your keywords and things like that for your search engine optimization. So on this one we would put coupons, your city, things like that. Down here you're going to see appearance, and this is where you'll choose the skin for the page. You got several options for that. You got the purple, blast, home, and content, things like that. The default container for the page. This is where you'll set that so you can, whenever you add a new module, it'll automatically put that container in there for you. Then you'll have whether you want your icon for the top. You also have an option to make a link out of that. So let's say you wanted the button to go to a different URL outside of your page. You can click on the URL, put the URL to whatever site you wanted to go to. So for reservations and things like that, you can also have it click. When they click on the button, it opens up a PDF or something like that. And then when you're finished with your changes, you'll hit update to page. So on this, that's the editing the settings of the page. But now we want to go ahead and add a page. So under the coupon section, I'm going to add what we call just a specials page. To do that, I would right click on coupons. I'm going to go to add pages. And it's going to come up with a dialog box that I can add pages to. So on this one, I'm going to say specials. Now, if I wanted to make a child page of that specials, I'll hit the enter button, and I'm going to put the little right caret sign, the greater than sign, on the right hand side, and then I'm going to say fall specials. We'll do it again. Now, if I want a child of the fall specials, I can click that right there, and we can say Thanksgiving specials. And then we'll hit create pages. And what it's going to do is it's going to create 3 different pages. It'll create the specials, it'll create the fall specials underneath that, and then it'll create Thanksgiving specials underneath that. So now when I hit the plus sign at the specials, I will see the fall specials page. I'll see the Thanksgiving specials page. And if I hit F5 and refresh the page, now under the coupons, I'll see specials, I'll see fall specials, and I'll see Thanksgiving specials. And they're all 3 different pages. So when I click on the specials page, it'll go to the specials. If I click on fall specials, it'll go to another page. And then if I click on Thanksgiving, it'll go to the Thanksgiving specials. Okay. And that's how you're going to add pages inside of here. So again, you're going to go to page management, and you'll add pages from inside of there. So you can right click wherever you wanted to add the page. So if I wanted to add a page into the main menu up here, not a child page, I'll just right click on the main, add page, and we'll call this themes or something like that. Click on the page and it's done. Okay, what I'm going to show you in this section is how to add new modules to a page where we can put content on there, and how to add a couple of different forms and things like that to a page with .NET Nuke, which is what this system is based upon, you can add lots of different modules that do lots of different things. There's a lot of free modules that are available out there, and a bunch of different ones, and we can show you where to get those. But to add module, to put content on a page, it has to have some kind of module, whether it's an HTML module, images, things like that. It's got to have a module to put that on there. So to add the module, you'll click on the modules right here, and you have two choices. Actually three. You have add new module, which is going to give you a list of modules that you can add that are available in your system. You can add an existing module, so this would be something like if you wanted to move the slider from one page and have it displayed on two, you can use an existing module, and you can copy that module or have it where you can change content on one page and it changes among multiple pages. Or you can find more modules, which will actually take you out to a website, and you can actually download different modules and install them. Let's go ahead and start out by doing an add new module. To do that, you just click on the modules up at the top. You're going to say add new module, and you're going to be presented with a lot of different modules that are available. So in this list is going to be all the modules that you have available for you to install on this website. Some of them are going to be admin modules. Some of them are going to be a bunch of different sliders. So we give you several different ones. It's got Twitter feeds, social groups. It's got some skin sitemaps. All kinds of different ones that you can put in there. The one that you're going to want to put in most often is going to be the HTML. HTML is where you're going to be able to put content on your page. And then what you'll do is you'll drag that down. And what you're seeing here is boxes with little dots around them. And that's all the different locations that you can put that module. So as you scroll down, you've got different places that you can place this. And what that does is it gives you multiple layouts. So on this one here, let's go ahead and say we want to put this in the half A. So you just drag it over there and you'll drop it, and you'll notice after canceling the top up there, you have a new module here with the title of text/HTML, and it says select edit to edit the content. So to edit the content, we would just click on the pencil again. You're going to edit the content. And from here, you can actually go in and insert images or in documents and things like that. So let's go ahead and just insert an image here real quick. And let's just say we wanted to use the Open Thanksgiving. We'll hit the Insert button. And now that image is created, so we'll hit Save. And so now we have the flyer in that particular area. We do not want to keep it named as text.html, so what you can do is click on this little pencil right here and have the edit button come up. You'll click on the edit, you'll highlight the text and call it what you want to and hit enter. And so now that module has been renamed to Turkey Day. And so that's how easy it is to add a new module. Now let's say we wanted to move this to another place on the page. You can click on the move button and we can move it over to body column B in different places on the page. So you can change the layout that you want to just by clicking and doing, wherever you wanted it to go. So you can do feature A and it's come down there. Now what you can do to see exactly what layouts are available, you can click up here where it says edit page and put the check mark in the view layout mode. And what this is going to do is it's going to show you all the different layouts that you have. So Turkey Day right now is in feature A, but let's say we wanted to move him back to half A. So you're just going to go click up here and you will click on the half A. And then it'll move that module up in there. So you can have a lot of different layouts. To get back to the editing, just take the view and layout mode check mark out, and now you see your flyer up there and things like that. And that's how you add an HTML module. Now you can also add different modules over there too as well. So let's say you add a new module, and this time let's go ahead and do let's see, we can do a form and list or feedback module, put a slider in, different things that you can do. So let's go ahead and put a form and list up there right now. And so now you can drag that over and put that into the Bpaa, and what it's going to do is it will appear next to the module you put in there before, so when you hit cancel, and it gets so now we have a form and list, and this is where you're going to have sign up forms and things like that, and we'll go into the configuration and making of the form and list in the next section. You have the type. You can add different modules that way. Another thing that you can do, let's say you wanted to add an existing module. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go up to modules and you'll go to add an existing module. And what's going to happen here now is you're going to specify which page the module is on already. So we're going to take the coupons, and then it's going to show you all the modules that are available that are on that page. And you can take this one and you can drag that down onto the page. So what I did there is I took the module on the home page that is the slider and I moved it onto this page. So let's move this up to the Bpaa. So this goes up underneath our contact page. And there you go. It's underneath there. And now if we click on close edit mode, in that one move, the slider that was on the home page is now also on this page. You'll notice that the background is not very well, so we can go to edit this page. You can click on the little sprocket and go to the settings, and then you can go to the page settings, and you got the invisible, or you can change it to solid or anything else like that and hit the update button. Set up, it's going to be the module. This can be changed, and you can change the name of it. You can change a lot of different things that way. And that's how you're going to add new modules and also add existing modules to pages. Okay, now that we've created pages, now it's time to show you how to edit pages. We're going to first show you how to edit content that is already on the website, and then the next one we'll actually go in and add some modules and create some new content. So what we're going to do now is, after logging in, on the templates here, you're going to go to the page that you want to edit. So on this particular one, we're going to go to the coupons page. And what we're going to do is this $10 off coupon down here, we're going to remove that and replace it with just a regular email club coupon. So to edit, what you're going to do is you're going to go up here to the top and go to edit page. And you click on edit page button. And it's going to bring you back to the page, but this time you're going to see some different buttons that appear above different places. And each place that you see these buttons is going to be a module. And a module is where you're going to put something to have some content into. And we'll go over the modules later. So you have an edit button, you have a settings button, and then you have a button that allows you to move this around different places in the page. So on this one down here, we're going to take this $10 off coupon and we're going to switch it out. So to do that, we're going to click right over here to the pencil, and we'll click on edit content. Once you click on the edit content, it's going to pop up the edit content window. And what you're going to see here is all the buttons that are going to be able to do editing. So you'll have your text buttons and your add images button. All your insert media buttons are right here. So it'll be your image manager for uploading images to the website. Your document manager is going to help you upload PDFs and Word docs and things like that to there. Flash manager, things like that. You'll have places to put in YouTube videos, In the image map editor, you can actually put clickable sections on a image. So if you do the image map editor, whatever image you're opening up in that map editor, you can put a clickable section on the picture itself. So to do this, we're going to take this $10 off coupon off, and we're going to put another picture up. So to do that, you highlight the picture. You'll click on the image, insert media, that up. It's going to be once you get to the image manager, you'll see that you have all of your image folders over here, and you'll have a My folder, whatever folders you created, because you can actually create different folders for like flyers and things like that. So on the images, we'll click on the images, and we're going to upload another image for that coupon. So we hit the upload button, then we'll hit the select button. Once you hit the select button, you'll go out and you'll browse out to whatever image you want on there. In this case, it's going to be the join email setup. It's going to be we'll click the open button, and the name of the whatever picture is going to appear right here, and it'll show you the path to that. So now we'll go hit overwrite if file exists. So if there's already a file up there with the same name, it will not overwrite it unless you put the check mark in there. So we're going to put the check mark and overwrite if file exists. And then we'll hit the upload button. It'll upload that image, and then it's going to show the image over here in the right hand side. And then you've got a couple things that you can do here by clicking on the properties. You can show the width and the height. You can show whatever the alignment's going to be, put a border around it, things like that. So you hit insert, and it'll insert the image. At this point, we can delete the other image. And so now you have a new email club sign. And down here at the bottom, you're going to show different things. We'll go over a little bit of this. It's version. With the templates that we're using now, we actually keep up with 5 different versions of the module for you. What this allows you to do is if you save something and you go back and you say, oh, it was messed up, I want to go back to a different version, it'll let you go back up to 5 different versions. You'll also have it to where you can workflow and use, whether it's a direct publish, and you can change that to where it doesn't directly publish it. It allows you to go in and edit content and then publish it later by clicking a checkbox. And it tells you what state that's in. Then you can hit the save button, and the save button is now, once it saves that, it's going to display your changes. So now let's say we messed up and we don't want that email club thing, there's some text on it or something we don't like, we want to go back to the previous version. To do that, you click on that same pencil, you go to the edit content, you'll wait for the content window to come up, and you'll scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see your latest change there. And then down here you have version history. If you click the little arrow there and you scroll down, it's going to show you the last 5 versions for this particular module. Now, if you click on the magnifying glass, it's going to allow you to preview it. And the preview is going to be right up here in this little window here. And it's going to show the $10 off coupon is back. And there's the image that it is at this time. So when you scroll back down, we want to go ahead and keep that one. So now we're going to hit the little green rollback. We'll click on that. It's going to roll it back to the $10 off. Then we're going to scroll up and we will hit save. And it'll appear back on the page. So that's how you edit, and that's how you go in and restore content. Another thing that you can do is change modules, change containers. If you click on the settings and go to the settings here, it's going to bring up this, and you have the module settings. Module settings is where you're going to name the module itself. So we're going to call this the About Us, and that's what's going to be the name of that module. Another thing that we can do is, again, we can change the containers. Click on the settings and go to page settings. You have the tile to change what the background of that module of that container is going to be. So you have some solids, you have an invisible one which just lets the content sit on the page. You have the bevel no title. I like the bevel title myself, and when you click on that and you hit update, you're going to notice that instead of being invisible now, you're going to have a little purple around here. Doesn't look good on this page, so again, let's go back into the settings. Scroll down, you have the type container, and we're going to make this one invisible, and we'll hit the update button. And now it's going to go back and it's going to be invisible, and the content is sitting directly on the page itself. And so that's how we edit the content, by just clicking on the pencil and clicking edit content. And again, it's going to bring up the editor. Down at the bottom, you're going to be able to do the version control. You're also going to be able to do settings right here. So on the settings, we can change what the title of the module is. We can change what the container looks like. And then you can go in here and make some other settings like the direct publish. You can make it to where it's content staging. And that means that it's going to allow me to edit, and then I'll have to actually publish it before the public can see it. You can also change permissions to the module. And what we mean by that is if you're logged into the site as an administrator, you can make it to where you can only see certain modules. If you don't want the general public to see those modules, you'll come in here and you'll give them the permissions to only administrators or registered users, subscribers, and things like that. If you want everybody to see it, you just keep this checked in here. Now, if you want them to be able to edit that, you put the check mark in the edit module permissions. And that's how you actually update and edit content and things in the module. So in a later tutorial, we will go over how to add new modules and move them around pages and things like that. In this section, I'm going to show you how to add a form and list to your website. Now, this could be for league sign-up forms, party reservation forms. It could be for email club sign-up, just about anything that needs a form. To do that, earlier we showed you how to make a new module. What is going to be going up here to modules, add new module. You're going to go over here to form and list. You'll drag that down to where you want it. You release it, and then you'll be able to see the form and list appear. So now it says start with the new configuration. So when you have to configure this, you just click on the blue button, and we're going to go over a couple of the fields inside of here right now. So what you have here is the data setup. It's going to be the created by, things like that. So you're going to need to add the first name, you're going to need to add the email address, and any other contact information that you want. So to do that, you just click on the add new column, and what that's going to do is it's going to show you the field editor. And so you have a couple of options that you can do right now. You have the type text. You can go in here on that. You can say whether it's a text or an email or a date and time, whatever kind of field that it would be. So for this one, we're going to say full name. And then, of course, it's going to be a required field because we have to have their name. And so you can do drop-down lists, you can do radio buttons, you can have multiple values, things like that. But on this one, we just need the first and last name. So we're just going to say it's save. And they're just going to put that in there for you. And you'll see the column right here, and it says full name, tells you what kind of text it is, whether it's required, and whether it's going to be displayed on the list. So we're going to add another field, and we'll call this one email address. But you got a field called email, so what it'll do is it'll automatically put the validation in there. So we're going to type in, and we'll make the field name email address. And of course, we're going to make this a required field as well. We'll save that. And so now you'll see their email address appears and what type it is. And we're going to go ahead and add one more field in there just to give you a feel of what it is. I want to give you a drop-down list. So on this one, we can come right down here to the list of values. So we're going to say, what league are you interested in? And then right down here, we're going to give a list of values. So this one's going to be men's. And then if you want to go more than one value, you're going to put the semicolon in there, and it's going to be women's. And then we'll put another semicolon in there and tag youth. Okay, and we're going to put that as a drop-down list, or we can even put it in as radio buttons. And if you wanted to, you can allow them to choose multiple values by putting the check mark in there. We'll hit save. So now you'll see your three fields, your full name, your email address, and what league you're interested in. So that is the database setup part of it. Now, to display this on your page, you need to go to the page related settings up here at the top. And it's going to show you the appearance type. And right now it's under list. What you're wanting to put this on so that the customers can actually see the fields is the form. Okay, so once you hit the form, now it's going to ask you to create records, submit form permissions in the module. Okay, so to do that, you'll hit the Save Configuration, and then you'll go to the Settings button right here. In the Settings button, it's going to show go to the Permissions, Form and List and Settings over here. And then you got to give a different things over here, whether it's restricted, what kind of columns they have. You can go over here to permissions, and it's going to tell you what kind of permissions do they have. Well, for them to create a record, you need to put all users as create, record, and submit the form. And then you'll hit update. Once you hit update, it's going to display that form and list right there on the page. It's going to have their full name where we can go in and fill that information out. It's going to have your email address. And right here I can choose which ones I want to do. And so if I wanted to, they could choose all three. And I'll hit submit. And so once I submit that, what's going to say is my submission was successful. So now when I log in as an admin and I want to see this form and list with all the people who have signed up, I just sign in, the edit page, and then I'll go to show records. And the show records is actually going to pull all the records that have signed up and show them. And I can actually click on the edit button to edit those and things like that. Or I could export them by clicking on the sprocket and go to export content. So we have different options to do that. Remember, we can name this list by going up here and hitting pencil and going to making this league sign up, hitting enter. And so now what we've done is we've created a list called league sign up form, and it shows all the people that can sign up. So whenever I go out and close the edit mode, you'll notice that we still have that, and we go ahead and log out. And now the show records button appears, is gone because it's only for the administrators. So again, if I were to log back in, once I log back in, now the show button, records button will be back, and that's where you'll find out, who's in your database. Now you can export that again by just hitting the show records. It's going to show the records right here. Back to the form, edit page. It's going to show you your little sprocket, and then you got the export import. So you're going to export this as a CSV file. You click on that, and it's going to say where do you want to put it, and you can put it in your root directory and things like that, and download that to your computer. And that's how you do a form and a list. Really simple. And in the next section, we're going to show you how to make a website widget on there.